This is my 1978 MG Midget 1500. I've owned it for a couple of years. The first year we did a full restoration on it, including the paint job. Someone has painted it in hammerite green, which did not look good. The plan for this year is to do a Rover K series conversion with a 1400 engine from my old Rover 45. I've got a Type 9 Ford gearbox to go in as well. Take it from a 4-speed to a 5-speed, which should be good. I'll show you around in our current state. So the interior of the car is mostly original. I've changed the seats. These are out of a Mazda MX-5. I've done this because they're the same colour as the original seats. They're much more supportive and they have speakers in the headrest. So the plan is to have an iPod lead hidden somewhere so I can keep the original, or as original as I can, look, and still have my music. The dials are going to stay pretty much original. This one here is not original for those eagle-eyed viewers. That is an oil pressure gauge from something, but it matches the others, so I'll probably keep it. It's a good thing to have, I think. The speedometer is currently cable driven. That will obviously be changed I need to change it for an electronic one. I'm hoping to be able to just change the internals so I can keep the original look. Other than that, I think everything else is going to stay the same. I'm not going to need the choke cable, so I want to try and find something to put in there. I haven't decided what yet, and as again eagle-eyed viewers may see, is I don't currently have a heater. So again, I've got another hole there to fill, but I like switches, I like buttons. I'm sure I can find something to go in there. Under the bonnet, this is the space we have to work with. I've already fitted a much bigger battery, which I know we're going to need. All of this lot is going, this will all be for sale on eBay very soon. Radiator, I've seen some people use the original radiator. I have a couple of spares in my garage. I'm going to try and make one of them work. I'm not sure how good the original one's going to be, but that's pretty much it for under here. The heater box, the reason I've taken the heater out is the heater normally sits here. I've read on a lot of Rover K series midget conversion websites that all needs to be cut back to make space for the new engine and gearbox. So we'll see what space we've got. The other option I do have is I may relocate the battery. It's a lot easier to relocate the battery, run some much bigger cables, so I could put that in the boot, or probably just in the boot really. There's not really much other space in these cars. And then I could push the heater back, put the heater there, make space that way, but we'll see how it goes. This is the Rover K series 1.4 that we're putting in the Midget. It's all on a stand ready. I'm going to do the cam belt and water pump while it's apart. It'll be a lot easier than when it's in the car. The exhaust manifold I've already changed for a Land Rover one. Apparently there's clearance issues with the original exhaust. And I think there's a bit more power to be made, only a few horsepower, but every little helps. Over here we have the Ford Type 9 gearbox with a short input shaft. The input shaft has got a broken tooth, so I will do a video as well on how to replace that when the parts arrive. This is the original, the flywheel that came with the Rover engine, which we're going to use. A Ford Sierra friction plate, pressure plate and release bearing. Over here we've got the bell housing adapter plate to mate the Ford gearbox with the Rover engine. Starter motor, the wiring loom and ECU from the Rover. I'm going to also do a video on stripping that all down. I don't need all the sensors and wiring on it, and there's instructions on which bits to use and which bits to take out on the MG Midget K series Facebook page under the files section. And over here, someone on that Facebook page was selling a load of parts involved in the conversion, so I bought them off him. Very nice guy. So a lot of it's all wrapped up. There's some bolts there with Land Rover part numbers on them. I still haven't figured out what they're for yet. I'm sure I will. Adapter plate for the starter motor. Engine mounts. More engine mounts, parts. I think there's a bit of welding, a bit of fabrication involved, but I'll figure that out when I come to it. Yeah, so hopefully you'll join along for the ride.